JF Stretford Paddock, as you can see, I'm outside Old Trafford and it's quite mild and I've got a coffee, thanks to Joe Smith. Before we get going though, make sure you are hitting subscribe. We want to get to 700,000 subscribers on the channel by the end of the season, and with your help we can do it. We've already got past 600,000, we've already got past 610,000, so let's get to 700,000. Hit that subscribe button. We'll get straight into it. A few stories doing the rounds this morning. Apparently Barcelona and AC Milan, so just small clubs then, are interested in Jesse Lingard. There's a report in the Daily Mail that they're at the front of the queue to sign Lingard on a free transfer next summer. Now, the only issue with that is there were other reports that United would be looking to offload Lingard in January for around 15 million, and Lingard would be open to that if he wants to get into the England team for the World Cup. So we'll have to see what happens with this one. It's just lots of ifs and buts and maybes. On one hand, he may have the potential chance to go to somewhere like AC Milan or Barcelona, absolute European giants. I know Milan and even Barcelona, for that matter, aren't quite what they used to be in terms of the quality in the squad, but they're still massive clubs in Europe. And you think if he went on a free transfer, he'd be on decent wages. I know Barcelona's struggling a little bit financially, but they can still pay a decent wage. If he does go in the January, though, that gives him a better chance of playing for Gareth Southgate's England side in the World Cup. And I know he's only 28, but this is probably his best chance to do that. You could argue it might be his last chance. I'm not so sure about that one. But we'll keep you posted on what happens with that one. Could be a little bit of a, not say bidding war, but a lot of interest in Jesse Lingard, who's a very effective player. He's already scored 2 goals this season, let's not forget. Got 9 goals, 6 assists at West Ham last season. So he could do the business, and if a club is looking to have a boost in January, they're struggling, they're trying to get in the Champions League places or the Europa places or anything like that, they may look to Jesse Lingard. So we'll see what happens with that one. Another story doing the rounds this morning. This is sort of people putting 2 and 2 together and coming up with 5. Me and Joe had this story the other night on the Paddock Live, and it's about Aurélien Tchouaméni, have I got that one right? The Monaco midfielder. And it's talking about Paul Pogba, who's been speaking about him following France's Nations League win and said it's a pleasure to play next to him. Now, that doesn't mean a lot, does it? He said it's a pleasure to play next to him. He brings a lot of energy, extraordinary technical and physical quality. We wish him to play a lot more games, that I am always by his side. Now, obviously, he's talking about playing for France there. Tchouameni, who apparently, according to Romano, was on a list. He was on a list that we've got and as a target, but that doesn't mean a lot sometimes. United have these lists. You remember when we went in for Aaron Wan-Bissaka, we ended up buying him, obviously, but we had a list of about 1,000 right-backs. So Romano, when he was talking about the potential move from Monaco to Manchester United, he said, Manchester United were not trying to sign Tchouameni last summer, so they were not negotiating with Monaco for Tchouameni. There were many rumours, but he was on the list of Manchester United. He's a player they are scouting with many, many players, but they were not negotiating for him. So we weren't negotiating for him, but he's on that list. Weren't negotiating, but we're looking at him. So the fact we're looking at him is a positive. The fact that Romano talking about him is a positive, and he does fit that mould. He's a player that can play in a position we obviously need filling. He's young, so potentially we could have him for many years if we get him, which sort of fits the bill of most of the signings we've done of late. Not all of them, but most of them. So it kind of makes sense. The problem is, can we tempt him? Can we get him here? Can we keep Paul Pogba here for a starters? That may encourage Tchouameni to sign. Lots of ifs and buts and maybes. We'll have to wait and see what happens, but he's a player I certainly would love to see at Old Trafford. And there were some rumours, weren't there, in the summer? You remember, like, it got a little bit of momentum going, but it always felt like it was more fan-led rather than journalist or club-led. It was like the fans had looked at him, wanted him here, and then there's a few rumours doing the rounds, but nothing concrete, unfortunately. But definitely one to keep an eye on. Another sort of intriguing little story is that Manchester United have found a solution to fly Edinson Cavani and Fred back to UK for the Leicester game. Obviously, they're taking part in international football in South America, and it looked like they wouldn't be able to feature for the game at the King Power. But apparently, United are chartering a flight. And it says here in the Evening News, Man City, Liverpool and Chelsea are said to be among a group of Premier League clubs banding together to charter a private jet to bring South American players back to the UK. It sounds like, you know, you get a load of high school girls getting a limo. We'll chip in. How much you got? It's 15 quid each. That's it. And listen, we'll drive around, we'll go the long way round, we'll go through the town centre and we'll wave out the window and all the lads will see us and get dead jealous and we'll look mint. Sounds like that, doesn't it? Let's all just chip in, yeah? We can get them back. Let's do it. How much have you got? City, have you got enough there? Well, I'll lend you a bit. Just make sure you buy me drinks when we get there, yeah? All right, sound. I mean, yeah, whatever. Lots of people sort of celebrating almost the fact that Fred won't play against Leicester. listen, I'll get some pelters for this, but Fred plays a lot of games for a reason. Ollie obviously relies on him, and I think we're going to need him in these games coming up. He's not everyone's cup of tea, but the games are coming thick and fast, and I just think the more players we've got available, including Edinson Cavani, the better. Seriously, because we're already missing Varane, we're already missing Maguire, and you just need as many players to choose from with the games against Leicester, against Liverpool, against Atalanta, against Man City, against Spurs all coming up. Even if you're not playing them, at least having that option is a bonus. So maybe they are all going to chip in, maybe they'll be available. We'll wait and see. As always, we'll bring you the updates of that. We'll also have the watch along for the Leicester game and the fan reaction following that game as well. We'll have the preview before that game as well, so make sure you check in now. If you've not done so already, go and have a look at paddockmerch.com. Also, hit subscribe. Give us a subscribe. We're on just over 610,000 subscribers. Want to get to 700,000 by the end of the season, just in time for Manchester United to win the Champions League. Yeah, make sure you're subscribing. I've been Jay Motty. This has been the Paper Talk. Thanks for watching.